All right. It's good to see you, even though nobody's in the room. It's kind of like my entrance into the stadium. Nobody was here. A little bit different. But, first off, I really want to take this opportunity and thank Michael Kelly, our Director of Athletics, and President Corral. Just for giving me this opportunity to be the head coach here at such a special place. And today was just really, really special. And I'm just truly grateful for this opportunity. And next, I want to take a minute and thank our sports medicine staff. I mean, they've been working extremely hard all the way back, since May when our guys started showing back up. They've been working overtime, to really allow an opportunity like tonight to happen. I think there was only 20 games that were being played today, and we're fortunate to have the opportunity to play. And without, Steve Walls and Yuri Cholsky and their entire staff, we would not have had this opportunity. Dr. Korus, our team doctor, has been exceptional. And also want to thank Dr. Donna Peterson, who's one of our vice presidents at the university that's really been in charge of our response to the COVID protocols and really allowing athletics to try to be one of the leaders in getting back on campus and monitoring everything that we're doing. And I said it earlier in the week, and I mean it. We've got a great advantage having USF Health right there on campus. The testing that we've been able to get and the time that we're getting that back. Dr. Sneed and all the staff over there at USF Health have been incredible in allowing a night like tonight to happen. Really couldn't be more proud of our team. I tried to go into this job back in January with an open mind. Obviously, I got plenty of advice of things that have happened in the past. And really, I told our guys from day one that, hey, this is a new beginning and it's a new start. And I felt like, as coaching staff, we came in and really set the standard. We let the guys know very clearly what the standard was going to be a part of the team. And, man, I'm just so proud to see those guys go reach that and meet that. And, today openers are always tough. And all you have to do is watch games all over the country to see, openers this year with not having spring practice and different challenges and all those things. Is very tough. And, man, I felt like our guys were ready to play. They were focused. And I was just really pleased to see them play well because they were focused all week. And I really wanted them to be able to see the positives that come from that. We have 4 team goals within our program. Our number one goal is to win the opener. And we accomplished that goal tonight. So just very proud of our players, very proud of our coaching staff. Defensively, Coach Spencer and that defensive staff, man, they had a huge challenge. Anytime you're opening up the season with a triple option team, that's very difficult. And I think Coach Spencer did a great job of really getting a plan together. And then our defensive players, you can't be timid when you go play an option team. You got to embrace it. And, hey, I told the guys, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a challenge. They've seen what a team like Citadel can do to other teams in the past. And, man, those guys met it. I'm always going to have that picture in my mind of just seeing these guys playing fast and making plays sideline to sideline, laying it all out there on the line. And, to hold that team to 2 field goals is incredible. Keep them out of the end zone. That was huge. And then really we always talk about second half. We want to be a great second half team. We always talk about there's nothing less important than the score at halftime. And for our defense to shut them out the second half was huge. And I felt like our guys played physical. I can't wait to go watch the tape. There'll be plenty of stuff to clean up for sure. But to get 3 turnovers, I thought that was huge. And we'll be able to win a lot of games if we can get 3 turnovers. Antonio Greer had 10 tackles. I believe all 10 were in the first half. And then one of our new defensive linemen, Thad Mangum, had 9 tackles today. And really pleased with what I saw from the field on the defensive line. Offensively, to go out there and rush for over 300 yards. I think going into up until the last week or so, we really felt like we were going to have 4 returning starters on the offensive line coming back from last year, that would be one of our strengths. And obviously, we had 3 of those starters not available tonight and one of our backups, offensive lineman, not available. So there was a lot of guys in there for the first time. That's a huge challenge. And to be able to rush the ball with 302 yards, man, I couldn't be more proud of that. Also, no turnovers. It was a wet night, windy, rain, all these type of things. And that was an area we needed to improve, is in the turnovers. So really proud of that. And especially early on, first half, I thought we did a good job on both sides of the ball of not having too many penalties. You know, I think all three quarterbacks made plays. It was great to see those guys get in there. I know we ended up running a lot more than we were able to throw the ball, but I felt like with what we asked the guys to do, and a lot of it is the looks that Citadel gives you. You know, we wanted to throw the ball downfield a little bit more, but they were playing a lot of coverage and really kind of forced us to run the ball. But really pleased with what I saw out of those guys and look forward to getting Cade Fortin back here soon. And then finally, you know, special teams. One of our on our plan to win, one of our big things we talk about is make a difference on special teams. And I felt like we did that tonight. You know, I told the team in there at the end of after the game that a true freshman, Marion Dollison, very first game, he tied the NCAA record, the history of college football, for the shortest punt return for a touchdown ever. So, man, that's awesome. You never know. You never know how the ball's going to bounce. To be ready to capitalize. Really proud of that. And, you know, it's a good start. Again, we accomplished our first goal. We're going to enjoy this tonight. And, you know, it's definitely a game that I'll remember for the rest of my career. And we'll regroup. Usually the most progress you make as a football team is from week 1 to week 2. And that's what I expect with this group. So with that, I'll open it up for any questions.
If you want to ask a question, please use the raise your hand feature within Zoom. And when you're called on, please unmute your mic. Ask your question, and then please remute your mic. We'll start off with Kevin O'Donnell.
Hey, Jeff, congratulations. I know you've said in the past this isn't all about you, but obviously this was your first game as a head coach. I'm sure there was a lot of congratulations going around at the end of the game. What did your dad have to say to you?
Yeah, he was very proud. You know, I really was, to be honest, I really wasn't very nervous going into the game. You know, I really had a good piece about it all week just because the way that our guys have prepared and the way that our staff had. But, you know, my dad was coming in there to talk to me before the game, and it felt kind of like the same talk that we had at the back of the church before I got married. You know, it's kind of one of those one-on-one. I said, all right, we're good. Let's move on. He was getting me a little emotional in there. But, you know, obviously I know that he's proud of me. And, you know, it's very proud for me. I mean, this is a huge day, obviously, for myself and first win. But to have my dad there as a part of that is definitely very special.
Leo Hagerty.
Coach, having to head to South Bend next Saturday to play Notre Dame, how long will that allow you to celebrate this first win?
Yeah, you know, we're going to enjoy it. I told our players that I wanted them to go home tonight and celebrate this win in their own apartment, in their own room. That's the way you have to do it right now. We need to learn from others and be smart. But, you know, here's what I've learned in my experience at the previous places. Man, wins are hard to come by. They really are. So we're going to celebrate it. We're going to enjoy it. You know, we've got a 24-hour rule. We're going to enjoy this for the next 24 hours, and then come tomorrow night when the guys show up for dinner. You know, we're going to start moving ahead and getting ready for Notre Dame. But there's been a lot of work. This wasn't just about 1 week or 2 weeks. I mean, this was 9 months, and a very difficult 9 months, quite honestly. And so I want our guys to enjoy that tonight, and then we'll move on tomorrow night and look forward to a great opportunity next week.
Will Turner.
Coach, during the recruiting cycle, when you first got the job, one of the guys that you went and recruited was Marion Dollison. Can you talk about just how important it was to get him in the program, even though he never took a visit to USF that first week you had the job?
Yeah, you know, recruiting is all about relationships. And the reason we were able to get in on OD very late, because it was very late, he was committed to another school, and it was maybe 5 days before the December signing date. But my dad coached his head coach there at Gray Academy when my dad was the head coach at South Carolina. And so, again, that connection just really helped us. But it was definitely – it was the first of my career that I ever you know, got on the phone with a young man and his mom and his grandfather and tried to, you know, sell South Florida and sell myself in this program. And he played an all-star game that weekend, so he was not going to have an opportunity to visit. He never got to come down here. He never got to meet me in person. And, you know, he believed in us, but I think a lot of it had to do with, you know, his head coach and maybe his relationship with my dad, as my dad coached him many years ago. But, you know, I knew that OD was going to be a good player for us. He's done a great job in fall camp and just very mature for a freshman. And that was a great play for him tonight. And I know he's going to make a lot of plays for us offensively this year.
Tony Capo Bianco.
Hey, Coach. In your previous job, you've been used to being in environments where there's full of fans, a lot of fanfare, the atmosphere is huge. What was it like coaching your first game in front of absolutely nobody?
Yeah, it was definitely different. It was interesting. But you know what? And same thing I told our players. I mean, there was a long time during this offseason we weren't sure if we were going to be able to play at all. And so we were just so grateful to have the opportunity. There's a lot of people that work extremely hard to make that happen. And, you know, I told our team last night, you know, this program has had some success. We have a very short history, 23 years. And, you know, back whenever the program first got going, you know, there was a lot of excitement. You know, I think we had, you know, 60,000 fans in the stands. And through the years, you know, there's been different level of, you know, fan engagement. And I told our players, hey, it's fitting. We're kind of starting over. This is a new era. This is starting a new decade, right? I want this to you know, we're going to start in front of no fans. And then hopefully we get back in October. We start building it, you know, with close to 15,000 fans. And if the guys will truly buy into what we're doing, you know, I have a vision that we'll fill this stadium up in the future whenever we're allowed to. So it's kind of a little pruning process. You got to kind of cut back and start at the very beginning and build it back slowly. But, you know, I do appreciate everybody here at Raymond James Stadium that really worked extremely hard to make this happen. And this was a special night without fans, but I can't wait till we get back here on October 10th and have our fans in the stands.
Nathan Bond.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. You know, the Citadel went 5 of 6 on third down to start the game and then finished 3 of 12. What was the biggest difference defensively that you guys were able to either figure out what they were doing and just stop them?
Yeah, you know, I think a little bit early on, it's a little bit of kind of feeling each other out. And I think, you know, Coach Spencer had a really good plan. He had multiple ways to attack what they were doing, you know, but we knew that, you know, early in the game, there's going to be a little bit of feeling them out, seeing, you know, that the way their offense is built is they want to see what you're doing defensively, and then, you know, they change what they're doing. And so we had to kind of see how they were going to play our looks. And then I think our guys kind of settled in and figured out what we needed to do up front to stop the dive. And when we started having to make them go sideways to sideways, you know, that's when I knew that we were going to have a chance to have success, because you got to stop that dive play up the middle. And really proud of the defensive line and those inside linebackers. And then once we started making them run east and west outside of a couple plays, outside of the reverse, man, I just saw a bunch of guys running sideline to sideline, being very physical in that perimeter, and really was the difference for us tonight.
River Wells.
Hi, Coach. So you mentioned you know, people coming back into the stands in October and beyond. You know, after playing your first game with no fans here, how excited are you and the team to play at Raymond James Stadium in front of fans, and what will that mean to come back possibly with fans in the stands?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's going to be huge. You know, I've just my family and I and all of our coaching staff, you know, we've been welcomed by this community. We've been welcomed by so many of our Bulls fans. I had an opportunity to interact with a lot of them just kind of over the last couple months virtually through Zoom. And so, you know, I think it's going to really take it up a whole nother level whenever we come back here in October. It'll be the next step, and hopefully they're able to kind of get a glimpse of this team and what this team's going to look like this year. And I would just encourage all of our fans that haven't bought tickets yet for that October 10th game to go ahead and buy those tickets, and whatever our maximum number for capacity is, you know, that's what I hope that we're able to have for this team, because, you know, it's going to make it a even more special environment whenever we get back here in October.
Joey Knight.
Jeff, we had not heard very much about John Ford in the preseason, and obviously he had a big role in this win tonight. Can you just speak to how Johnny Ford performed tonight and in camp?
Can you repeat the question? I can't hear you very well. Thank you.
Can you just speak how Johnny Ford played tonight? We didn't hear a lot about him in the preseason.
Yeah, Johnny. Questions about Johnny Ford?
Yeah.
Yeah. Johnny is, you know, I'm really proud of Johnny. You know, he's, you know, again, like I said, when I got here in January, I told the entire team that, hey, everybody gets a new beginning. This is a new start. You know, and life is full of new beginnings. And I think Johnny needed a new start from maybe kind of where he had been in the past. And we made it very clear, just with all of our players, what the standard is going to be and what it needs to look like. And Johnny has really done a good job of, you know, doing the things that we've asked him to do. And I'm excited because I don't think that, you know, our fans have had an opportunity to really see his playmaking ability that he has. And he made some plays tonight, and he's made plays all fall camp for us. I was not surprised by any of the plays that he made tonight. And, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing him and T. Horn on some kickoff returns, hopefully here next week, because, you know, these are playmakers. And, you know, I think we have a really good group of skill players. I think that's one thing that maybe is a little different than what I heard maybe coming in. But what I've seen in practice this fall camp, you know, we have a potential to be really versatile with a lot of different body types and a lot of different guys with speed at wide receiver and at running back position, as well as quarterback. So it was good to see him and a few of those guys make some nice plays.
Gabrielle Shirley.
Hi, Coach. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Congratulations. You previously said that there was going to be one moment where you kind of let it all sink in. Have you had that moment yet, number one? And number two, what was the thing that surprised you the most or caught you off guard with just this game, number one?
Yeah, probably for me the moment was about 10 seconds after I got the cold ice bath right there. That kind of was the exclamation mark on the day. And, you know, just at that moment is kind of when I realized what we had accomplished, kind of winning that first game. And so that was definitely special. And then, you know, as far as anything that surprised me, you know, I'd like to say that I was surprised by this, but I'd be lying if I said that because, you know, I've really been very impressed with our guys all week long. And in the last 2 days, the focus, everything we asked them to do at the hotel. But, you know, I would have said before the game or maybe before the week, you know, I would have been surprised to see our group really play together as one team and really what we talk about, one heartbeat, and make a lot of progress just in one game. So early on, I'd probably say I was surprised, but to be honest, when we kicked that off, I would have been surprised if we would not have played well tonight, just because of the preparation and the focus that I saw out of our guys. So it really just confirmed what I really believed in my heart was going to happen tonight.
Tom Layberger.
Coach, what were you feeling in the minutes leading into the game, and as you were running out of the tunnel? Were you anxious, nervous, excited?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. If you could speak into the mic a little better, I'm sorry.
What were you feeling in the minutes leading up to the game, and as you were running out of the tunnel?
I can't hear him.
Coach, I think he's asking, what were you thinking in the minutes leading up to the game right before you ran out of the tunnel?
What was I thinking? What I was thinking was, am I going to get ran over? Because I was at the very front of the group right there, and I really should have been on the left side, and I was on the right side, and I was trying to figure out how I was going to run out and get to the left. That was honestly what I was thinking going up to it. But, I mean, you know, quite honestly, you know, I think I'm fortunate, you know, being at the school that I was previously and playing in a lot of big games and big moments. You know, I just kind of been trained to stay focused on what you're doing. and I was thinking about the coin toss. I was thinking about if we were going to be kicking off, if we are going to be receiving, and, thinking about which way we were going to be going. And, so we tell our players all the time that, hey, be so busy being focused on your job that you don't have time to think about anything else. So, to be honest, there really wasn't any of this moment where I kind of was, wondering or thinking about my first game. It really felt very natural, and that was a great feeling.
All right, we'll have two more questions and then players. Nolan Brown.
Hey, Coach, can you hear me all right?
Yes.
Before this game, a big part of your offensive line, your starting offensive line, was ruled out. Just how proud are you of those backup guys that came in and really just kind of help your offense flourish?
Yeah, number one, I called all of those young men yesterday whenever we got to the hotel, the guys that were ruled out, and just told them that, man, hey, we miss you over here, and, we appreciate everything, and we look forward to getting them back at some point. And I told them that the guys that are replacing them are going to do their job and make them proud tonight. And, really, really proud of that group. You got to give a lot of credit to Coach Mogridge, our offensive line coach. That was a difficult deal. I mean, 4 of the offensive linemen that were out were, 4 of the top 6 guys for the center, left guard, and left tackle position. And that's tough to do no matter where you are. And for that group to go out and, I know there's going to be plenty of things to clean up, but for that group to go out and help us run for over 300 yards, I couldn't be more proud. And when we get these guys back, which we will at some point, it's going to make us so much better because now we're going to have, 2 deep worth of guys that have played and have experience. And in a year like this, we're going to need that depth down the road.
And we'll wrap up with Leo Hagerty.
Coach, your last trip here, you're 2-0 at this stadium now. The first time, it was probably the loudest this place has ever been, and a Heisman Trophy candidate hits a walk-on to win the game. How surreal was it today to come into an empty stadium and still get the same result, a win?
Yeah, it definitely was different in the fact of the number of fans in the stands. But to be honest, the feeling was the exact same. It really was. And, I'm just so proud, just like I was so proud of our team, back in 2017 and those players, I felt the exact same emotion with this team. Obviously different circumstances, different things going on, but we definitely we can't wait to get our fans in the stands for sure. But one thing that I've told our team is, in order to be a consistent winner, you have to be able to play well no matter what the outside circumstances are. It shouldn't matter how many people are in the stands. It shouldn't matter what time we play. It shouldn't matter where we play. And to be honest, it shouldn't matter who we play. Really, the only thing that matters is how we play. And if we can truly buy into that mindset, and I saw that tonight, then, I think we're going to have a chance to be really proud of this team moving forward.
All right,
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Next up, we'll have players starting with Jordan McLeod.
Can I get a towel or something? Huh? That thing so cold. Shower. It ain't nothing crazy. All love. Appreciate you.
Kevin O'Donnell, do you want to start?
Hey, Jordan, obviously it's been a long and strange year for everybody, but, 9 months in the making for this first game to come together under Jeff Scott. When you found out that you were going to be able to play this game, what was the emotions that kind of went through you and the team just to be, after all that hard work of being able to actually play a game to open the season?
Oh, something like that, you got to give all glory to God. You know, a lot of teams aren't able to play right now. You know, I think they said only 20. It was only 20 games today. You know, we're blessed to be one of them. So obviously, you know, when Coach Scott told us we were playing this game, we were all excited as a team. We're just looking forward to it.
What did you say to Coach Scott afterwards?
After the game,
After the game.
oh, just congratulations on this first win. We got to keep going.
Thank you.
Joey Knight.
Can you hear me, Jordan?
Yes, sir.
Was it kind of a concerted effort to keep the ball on the ground tonight, the wet field?
Can't hear you. Can you say it again?
Was it you guys' plan to keep the ball on the ground tonight, the wet field?
That was just the flow of the game. You know, our O-line was playing really well. Our backs were running the ball really well. You know, I know we had over 300 rushing yards as a team. So, you know, we're just going to do what's good for the team, and that's what it was tonight.
How did you feel your O-line played?
Say that one more time.
How do you feel your O-line played?
Oh, they played really well, especially, you know, we with our, you know, 3 starters out that played last year. We had younger guys come in with their first career starts. They all played well. You know, all week they were, you know, they practiced really well. So coming into the game, we knew they were going to be able to execute their jobs.
Will Turner.
Jordan, just you know, talk to me about the emotions of tonight and just being able to get back on a field. I know obviously no fans, but just what were your emotions going throughout the night?
You know, it was excitement. You know, our last game was in November, so coming back 9 months later, fans or no fans, regardless, it was fun. Being able to play with our teammates, our brothers versus another team. You know, we've been banging heads, you know, for the last few months, and to be able to just put that out and put on a show in front of, especially like national television, that was fun.
Nathan Bond.
Jordan, you mentioned kind of the flow of the game. You know, you had the deep shot to Marion there early on. It seemed like he may have gotten tangled up. It looked like a good throw. Maybe a pass interference didn't get called.
Say that again.
What?
Oh yeah, you know, it's just something I seen the safety sit. You know, I thought we were gonna get the PI, but we didn't. So we just had to go on to the next play.
And then that back shoulder throw to Trey Dukes for that touchdown. How important was it to get him finally involved in the offense after his up and struggle of a career so far?
It was very important. All week I've been telling him. Actually, I made a bet with people that he'll score the first touchdown actually on that exact route. So you know that was very exciting for both of us actually, because I've been talking to him about it all week.
Gabrielle Shirley.
Jordan, congratulations on the win. Can you talk to me about that unity walk that you guys did to start the game?
Just showing that we're all together. You know, we're just united. That's been our thing since Coach Scott got here. That 100 to 1. It's all of us. One heartbeat, one dream, one team.
And do you feel that there is a better team chemistry, for lack of a better word? I saw a lot of your teammates jumping up and down on the sidelines, like dancing together, getting each other excited just throughout the whole game.
You know, we just obviously coming off last year, we didn't have the greatest season. You know, this year we just all off season we just had a mindset, unselfish mindset, watching other guys play, and just loving each other and just fighting for each other, fighting for the brother next to you.
Nolan Brown.
Hey, Jordan. So I was just want to ask about how not playing with any fans in the stands, that kind of maybe throw off the game a little bit, maybe in your eyes, in terms of just the sort of tempo of it or anything like that? How was that kind of playing with the pumpkin music?
Fans bring juice, but we all since we found out we were playing this game, we knew we were gonna have to bring our own juice. And at the end of the day, you got to be focused on what's going on between the lines. So it didn't really affect too much.
Would you think that pumping in the music and everything, would you think that helped that kind of get you guys fired up?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Just helping bring more energy to the game, so it's just not like a dead silence game, so it didn't feel so much like a scrimmage. It felt like an actual game.
All right, and last question for Jordan, Tony Capo Bianco. Tony?
Whoops. What was it like in this game going back and forth with Noah? Almost like trying to get reps between two quarterbacks instead of just one in a normal game.
We knew we were going to do that, and we knew, so at the end of the day, we're going to do whatever Coach Scott decides best for the team. We helped each other, and we were great complimenting each other to the team.
All right.
Thank you, Jordan.
And up next is Davonte's Dukes. Will Turner.
We talked earlier in the week about, just the opportunity of getting to start tonight. When you stepped up, lined up tonight, just kind of how was the feelings and emotions for you?
I'm sorry, say it again. Like I said earlier in the week, just thankful, grateful, and I'm just feeling blessed because, like you guys know my story. Like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, I wasn't like this at all. So just being able to line up and help the team win, that was just, to me, that's one of my accomplishments that I want to accomplish. So I was grateful to, do that tonight.
River Wells.
Hi, Davonte. So, having a TD catch in this game and catching that touchdown without fans, once you get that ball down the end zone, it's confirmed a touchdown. Was that kind of a surrealish moment, scoring at home without any, the roar of the crowd, or at that point where you just so focused on the game you didn't really think about it?
Man, I was so focused on the game. I just, I didn't really care about fans. Of course, I love the fans. Them being there will help us, a lot. And just hearing them cheer, I probably say we missed that the most. But honestly, just scoring that first touchdown and, setting the season off right in the right direction, I think that was the most important thing, honestly. So I could care. I really, don't care too much about the fans. I was more focused on catching a touchdown pass and, helping the team win, celebrating my teammates. Those are my fans.
Kevin O'Donnell.
As Davonte, obviously you kind of set the stage with the first touchdown, but talk about Marion Dollison's touchdown that happened in the end zone. I don't think I've ever seen a play like that before. What did that do to the team?
Honestly, what that did to the team, I think that, of course, the first touchdown brought us alive, but I thought that I think that pretty much set the tone also for the rest of the night for special teams. We did a really good job on all special teams. Kick return, kickoff, punt block. We all did our jobs. We all executed. But I just think that touchdown was almost like an icing on the cake as well, because we were doing really good all camp, with special teams, leading up to the game, doing great. Special teams, OD, coming in as a freshman, coming in early, a lot of pressure on him to execute, to, get the job done. And he came in, did exactly what he was supposed to. And I applaud him for it.
Leo Hagerty.
Normally in a regular season, this would be week 3. You'd have 2 games under your belt. How nice was it to finally get to play against another team?
Oof. I remember earlier this week, KJ said something about us going against each other, every day. 4 days out of the, 4 days out of the week, we're going against each other. So I'd probably say going against another team was just a relief, honestly. But it was really exciting.
And what was did Coach Scott give you the big rah-rah speech before the game, or was it just, hey, go out and have fun?
Just mainly just go out there and have fun. That was one of the things that he got on us about, was just having fun, don't be too uptight. Just remember, like where we all started from. We played this game since we were little kids. So we did it because we loved it, and we enjoyed it. And, that's why we decided to come to the college level and want to get to NFL level, because we love the game. So he always reminds us to have fun, play loose, and just go out there and have fun.
And last question, Kevin O'Donnell.
What did you think the win like this did for this team? That to start out of the gate with Jeff Scott in his first year, there was so many unknowns coming into this season and the type of program that he was going to put together. But how important was it to kind of start out with a win and win convincingly?
Like I said, I think that a win like this right now would set the tone for the rest of the season. I think it's been a long time since we won, going after just last year. So I think winning the opener was a big step for us in the right direction. Thank you, guys.
Up next is Thad Mangum, who had 9 tackles tonight. Will Turner.
Thad, first of all, congrats on a win and congrats on your USF debut. I know this was a former Southern Conference rival for you. What was it like going out there tonight and playing against the Citadel?
It was real fun. I just want to thank God for another opportunity to be able to play this game, regardless we have fans or not. But being able to play Citadel, a SoCon rival, I already knew what time it was, and I was just ready. I was trying to give tips to the coaches, like everything that I came from at Wofford. I just wanted to give them little tips and execute the game plan.
Leo Hagerty.
You know, Thad, no fans. It's raining like a monsoon. You have to get yourself motivated to play, don't you?
Oh, the being ready to play is just another opportunity. I got hurt last year in the first game of the season versus South Carolina State, and that gave me an opportunity to prolong my career and be fortunate enough to come to USF. So just having another opportunity was enough motivation for me.
You know, you have a coach here that was at Clemson, involved in 2 national championships. Did that have a lot to do with you coming here?
Yeah, Coach Scott, my high school coach reached out to Coach Scott, and Coach Scott seen my film and was interested. Actually, in high school, we practiced at Clemson Stadium. I went to Christ Church, and we practiced in Clemson practice facility, getting prepped for the state championship. So just having that little relationship, it paid dividends to my future now.
Thank you.
Tony Capo Bianco.
Hi there. You mentioned that you played in the SoCon before with Citadel. How, as a unit, how difficult is it to start the season against a team that's really huge on the option, on the triple option?
It's real difficult. If you don't pay attention to the small details, then they'll gas you for big plays. But Coach Spencer, he gave us a good game plan going into the game, and Coach Bowers helped us to practice it all week long, and we just executed today to the best of our abilities.
Last question, Will Turner.
Thad, this program has really benefited off of transfers the last this year and last year. You know, did you see yourself kind of succeeding in this program because of what other guys may have laid the foundation last year for?
To be honest, I didn't know anything about transfers coming in. I just knew that I had another opportunity to come in and just play the game of football. My mindset is to just come in and work the best I can and give great effort. And it paid dividends tonight, and just want to continue throughout the rest of the season.